ERIN Brockovich is a constant character, and this story has an optimistic arc. Now, this doesn't mean that characters aren't complex or that they don't have an internal framework. What it does mean is that the internal aspects of their character remain constant when faced with external problems. How they solve problems remains true to the original character that we meet. Now, this season, we're going to track the decisions of the protagonist to demonstrate that their internal beliefs remain constant, and it's the external world these characters live in that change. So let's have a look at ERIN Brockovich. In the first sequence of the movie, ERIN's character is clearly presented. She is a single mother struggling to make ends meet. Her clothes, her dialect establish her as working class. And this is her external presentation, but it is an external presentation of who she actually is. Her appearance in court shows she has a distrust of authority and the justice system. And her hot temper and explosive nature are on full display in the courtroom. Plus, during that sequence or the next sequence, she demands that Ed, her lawyer, gives her a job, and Ed agrees. So in the first sequence, we see ERIN bending the world to suit herself. We also see her take on a Goliath in the courtroom, even though she loses. She is an underdog and she fights for the underdog. This is who she is, and it remains the case and remains constant throughout the movie. But ERIN is vulnerable too. She has children to look after, and when she demands a job from Ed, she whispers to him, "Don't make me beg," because she will if she has to. Now, ERIN might be a constant character, but she also has character dimension. She's a firebrand, and she is vulnerable. And constant characters don't need to be two-dimensional or wooden, right? They can be interesting in their own right, even though they don't change. Now, identifying change or constant characters takes a bit of practice. What you're looking for is the thinking behind the decisions they make, or the values behind the decisions that they make, and the reactions of the characters around them. So with constant characters, their values or beliefs remain consistent through the story. So for ERIN, she fights for the underdog. That's the belief that remains constant. She makes the same decision even when her own children ask her why she has to work so much. She makes the same decision when Ed hires a more experienced law firm, and she makes the same decision when the company needs 90% of the plaintiff's signature for the suit. ERIN goes out there and gets what she needs to fight for the town people of Hinckley. However, the characters around ERIN change. The ladies in the office treat her with disdain, but by the end, some are helpful and caring towards her. Ed, her boss, is tolerant of her, just at the beginning of the movie, and by the end, he gives her a big office with a huge bonus, and he even changes his tie after she makes a comment about how terrible it is. So he changes in little and big ways. George, ERIN's boyfriend, changes his life to support her. He looks after the kids and forgoes his hobbies. And after realizing that ERIN won't prioritize their relationship over her work, he leaves her. So again, the characters around ERIN change. This keeps the story interesting because stories, as we've said many, many times, are about change and they are about conflict. And there is plenty of change and conflict in ERIN Brockovich.